Look, I spoke at length last night to Ken O'Dowd, the federal member of the seat of Flynn, which includes Biloela. I gave you the full background to the Biloela story last night. I've been on this case since 2019, and from day one, I argued unapologetically that in a Christian and compassionate Australia, you don't lock children up. You don't separate them from their parents. You don't drag them screaming into a van and chuck them onto a plane. And you don't do this under the cover of night. And you don't run up a bill of over $6 million. Again, I don't know where the Prime Minister is coming from here. Is he not properly briefed? He said in Britain, quote, offering a pathway to permanent settlement was not government policy and offering medical attention is the priority, unquote. I'm sorry, Prime Minister, you're talking nonsense. The government has the powers of intervention. Section 195A of the Immigration Act allows the Minister, in this case Alex Hawke, to grant visas to the family, including visas they may not have applied for under a broader discretion. This is nonsense to talk about government policy. It is on the statutes. I mentioned the power to intervene ministerially was addressed in 2019 by the former Deputy Secretary of the Immigration Department, Abul Rizvi, who said the Tamil family's case clearly meets the humanitarian criteria. He put it bluntly when he said, and this is true now, it's a contest between ministerial intervention powers and the minister's ego. We go on, don't we, about being a Christian society. This, as I have said for over 3 years, is the time for a bit of practical Christianity. Ken O'Dowd joins me for an update. Ken, where do you think we are tonight?
A little bit further ahead than we were this time last night, but not much further, Alan. We've got the families just about reunited in Perth. The government jet has brought back the father and the older daughter back in to meet their mother and their younger sister. But, you know, where does it go from here? That's the question I'm asking, and that's what most of Australia would be asking, I would think.
Well, the point is, Ken, I mean, just to interrupt you there, where do we go from here? The family are going to be allowed to reside in urban Perth. It's called community detention. But it appears as though ministerial intervention under this Section 195A is not going to be exercised where the minister, it's got nothing to do with policy, has the power to grant visas to the family, including, as I said, visas they may not have applied for. Now, the minister has a broad discretion. What is the problem here? I mean, the problem seems to be that they're going to be allowed to stay here to pursue litigation before the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, the Federal Court and the High Court. This is beyond absurd. Who pays?
Yeah, Australian taxpayers going to cop it again.
Cop it again.
And this is what I'm concerned about. We could be still here this time next year talking about exactly the same thing.
Well, let me just finally, Ken, not good enough, ask you a blunt question, Ken. You're the federal member for Flynn. You're retiring at the next election. The people of Biloela have signed a massive petition with 200,000 signatures for a family that's contributed to the Biloela community. Does the Prime Minister think he can afford to lose the seat of Flynn at the next election?
The seat of Flynn will be very important to the Prime Minister retaining government. So, no, he's very keen to win Flynn, I can tell you that.
Absolutely. We'll keep in touch, Ken.
He has to win it,
Yeah, has to win it. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
That's Ken O'Dowd, the member for Flynn. There are sensible people in the Liberal Party who've said that this family should be granted asylum, who in government is representing their voices. We'll keep in touch. Thank you for your time, Ken O'Dowd. And you tell me what you think. Ring me on the Alan Jones at skynews.com.au.